EVGA 好了。对啊。需要完全自动，完全自动的超麻烦。我哪天我就懒得搞。这个档案需要。要办。 懒得慢慢比的，我全都有列。啊，对，忘记用那个电。 赞助才有。
Play Not to Win It 新系名体。
巴西采用新系名体感。
SC060是胖子，你好啊 ，L3 Ris Hile，L3 Ris Hile。
好啊。用那个 他其实还是用这个去搞的。啊，验证。我忘记换个字体。状态关闭。
SC0V0还吃宵夜 ，Fail Fish。Playana，为什么你有东西吃？
我有东西吃，煮的啊，我煮的味噌汤。不要吗？来啊，来啊，过来啊，干你过来，来一来。
Charlotte850328，肥猫安安。SC0V0 at Corsair 偷看啥？出来！
放一下字体，我想一下我要用什么字体。你海体好了。装这一下好了，想换就换。我没有把这个弄在里面，靠腰。啊，选诶，我不知道它顺序是要摆上面还是下面。可以这样问。 很可爱的字体。去把楼下那个汤关火一下。
SC0V000。
用小火，我今天都没有煮的东西的照片。系统突然崩了。为什么？那个 mod 的关系啊，要验证出我我有点崩。啊？难道是不影响？一个 mod 冲突，一个 DLSS mod。所以你干完那个 mod。
I can assure you this unprovoked attack on a United Colonies research facility will not go unanswered. We'll get you settled into your new assignments as soon as possible. For you, Bobby, that includes meeting your new foster parent.
My parents aren't dead. They just...
开的加好多哦。
took a different shuttle. I'll see them when they get here.
Oh,
FPS 升好多啊，爽
of！ course, that's sure possible. We'll just...
Helena Chambers, ID SSCOM 1327 HCHA. I was the station administrator. I'll need to report to MAST ASAP for a full debrief. My treatment thus far has been
SC
entirely
零绿零，你
unacceptable.
打了啥？
Any authority you had was forfeit the
打了
moment
鸡血。
Moon zealots breached the station's perimeter, and you failed to initiate proper evacuation protocols. Thank you for your service. We'll find you a new position commensurate with your experience. And Mr. Bosch, let me just say how honored I am to meet you. By all accounts, you're the only reason anyone made it out of there alive.
Well, just glad I still remembered my flight basics. It had been a while. So was shooting a gun.
I read all about New Atlantis. So cool! Is it true the Nat train goes 5,000 miles an hour? Or that citizens get special discounts? Or that the whole city celebrates when it's your birthday? Mine's June 11th, by the way. My parents took me to a Key List. But I don't smell it.
No, yes, no, and I will certainly mark June 11th on my calendar. As for Aquila City, well, the air purifiers here in New Atlantis are state-of-the-art.
Aquila City? Oh, don't even get me started on those simpletons.
A little unfair, don't you think? 3-star Rangers helped me out quite a bit a couple years back. Got ambushed by spacers near Narion. They assisted, no questions asked. Even helped with some repairs so I could do an emergency jump home. Good people.
In any event, you all must be exhausted. Just give me a moment to coordinate some details with security.
Does that woman have any what? No, just, she can't do this to me.
May I help
I've
you?
never been in a battle before. Everyone kept telling me to keep my eyes closed, but it's kind of hard to do that when you're running. At first, I thought it was ecliptic mercenaries shooting at us, but it wasn't. It was these other people yelling about serpents and stuff. Is that really an appropriate thing to say to a child? Anyway, I'm fine now. I hope my parents don't take too long getting here.
Sergeant Hume is looking for reliable people to help the guard. Contact him if you're interested. We'd all appreciate it.
Hi.
中处
Hello.
蛇神
It was like, snakes and serpents will eat you all, rah, the stars will squeeze you, rah, or something like that. I think they need psychiatric help. When it comes to Ecliptic, I know everything. It's not like it's a secret. They're mercenaries, so they work for money. And it's like, for enough money, they'll do anything. I've heard a couple of SSNN stories about them. My dad says they're horrible. Like they can pretend they're working for someone and it's official, so they do anything they want.
Not now.
偶尔到100，当我们要截图的话，就这样。他没有把那个截进去。
have a nice day.
You'll be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep...
I think I got them.
What do you call them? Been up there, huh? Please. Okay. No bounty. You're clear. Enjoy your visit.
Well, hello. You hear about the job by any chance? The officer over there can help you with any bounty issues.
然后再去倒一碗汤吧，喝汤。
You're saying? Cat got your tongue? Look, if you want to do this later, we can. Cat got your tongue? You did, huh? Gotta admit, I was against the sign at first. Felt cheesy, you know? Like we're hiring a dishwasher or one of those dancing clowns. But here you are. Can't argue with effectiveness. And if nothing else, New Atlantis security is just that. Effective. When we're fully staffed, that is. But we're not. Long story. And need some help. You interested? Well, first things first, I have to ask, do you have any security experience at all?
打话，要撒谎是比较好。
Oh yeah? And I'm the CEO of Galbank. Look, I can appreciate a wise ass, but if I catch you lying for real, we're going to have a problem. Well, I think I've heard all I need. Your first assignment couldn't be easier. Go to Mast and check in with Agent Plato at Aegis. There was a package left at a dead drop, and they need UC security to handle it. He'll fill you in on the details.
Oh.
You know, MAST, the Military, Administrative, and Scientific Triumvirate. Giant building in the center of the city? Headquarters of the entire United Colonies? I really should have given you a more thorough interview. Aegis? They're basically UC intelligence. They help identify threats to New Atlantis before they become problems. While we're separate departments, there are times we need to rely on each other, so it's important to keep a good working relationship. We do Agent Plato this favor, and maybe he'll toss us some intel when an investigation stalled. Tit for tat. You know how it works. Well, just because you're bringing it here doesn't mean that's where it'll end up. As for why, you can ask Aegis. As far as I'm concerned, it's none of my business. Well, as for why, Aegis, while we're separate, we do Agent... Let me know if you have any questions.
What? Just one quiet day. Not too much to ask for.
Be careful if you run into those ecliptic jerks. They fly around like they own the settled systems. And they like to use old, abandoned facilities as an outpost. You know, one step over from colony war.
是偷窃标记吗？没有给个员工服装啊。
My mother wanted me to be a doctor.
I desire no company. Leave. The Great Serpent called me to fight the unbelievers in the United Colonies. But I was ambushed, and my ship disabled. Now, I am here. I am a prisoner, trapped by a weak people who do not kill their enemies when they should.
This is New Atlantis Transit, or the NAT. It provides free transportation throughout the city. We can take it directly to the Mast District.
三头红龙。
Hey. How are you?
One day, I'm gonna leave New Atlantis for good. Oh, hi there. I'm doing great. How about you?
actually wanted to explore the galaxy, they would have gotten...
Glad to hear it. Yeah, life is good, isn't it? I've been trying to save up enough money so that I can go explore the settled systems with my boyfriend, Tony. I think we're finally getting close.
You know, there's nothing wrong with breakfast for...
Tony and I want to see what else is out there. I love my job, but there has to be more to life than just being a janitor in New Atlantis. What about you? Have you gone on any adventures?
Breakfast burritos. It's like your...
That's amazing. I'm so jealous. One day you'll have to tell me and Tony all about them, okay?
第90啊，电脑配置在底下简介，底下简介
I
有。
just don't like how Stroud Eklund owns everything. It's getting into too big to fail.
I cleaned up the kids' vomit today. Fourth time this week. Well, that depends. Are you a foodie or a shopper? If that's the case, you have a lot of options here in New Atlantis. Don's Roost is probably the fanciest. They have great steaks there. But I'll be honest, I'm more of a chunks girl, and my boyfriend and I can't get enough of Terra Brew. Well, you should check out the commercial, and if you want a whole... Well, But there is a place called The Well that might be more your style. I can't complain. My boss told me yesterday that I'm one of the best Well, you know. Wonder if my boyfriend will take me to... Really? Well, I really love my job, but it's hard work and long hours. Really? That's...
Prices on raw materials have
Sometimes I wonder if me and my boyfriend... But somebody's got to drink.
就装那个啊，真生成的 mod。日本我买了还没玩，没玩。啊，去哪里买？好，我不知道哪里买咖啡，算了。
Applying for a job in Hope Tech, but I don't know if I can handle it.
The water is quite aesthetically pleasing, or so Barrett has told me. New Atlantis relies on advanced hydroelectrics for most of its power.
那个真生成的 mod 差蛮多的，哎，这里怎么又掉？哎，是我没开，是我开啊。这件比较多。
We'll make sure she knows.
它支线是这样，随便跟路人对话拿到的。
MyTyActions 下划线你加了 DLSS mod 啊？
对啊，就巴哈有人发那个嘛。我就去赞助这个，然后用它的。它这个你要赞助1个月$5才可以下载，它会验证你的身份才可以用。虽然 N 网上也有一个 DLSS 的 mod 啦，那个好像没有真生成，这个有。
Multi-Actions 下划线那个是 DLSS 2的。
Howdy. Aegis agents don't like spy jam. I got 2 system surveys and a computational analysis waiting on me. Some of the time, maybe?
Pardon? Reliant Medical needs those samples. Never should have trusted that shipping company.
I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to discuss the details of my division's work. The security of the United Colonies is every citizen's responsibility, but we try and do the bulk of the work.
Multi-Actions 下划线这个游戏 FSR 启动机制很怪，你需要改分辨率才能触发。
FSR 很奇怪啊，干嘛用 FSR？FSR 又没有 DLS 好啊。
I'm the acting head of Aegis, the intelligence division here in Mass. I oversee all our active projects and agents in the field. That's about as much detail as I can give you.
你要去改那个档案吧，改那
I'm
INI
the
档。
acting head of Aegis. I oversee all. No. Every agent who joins Aegis gets to choose a pseudonym, pending approval. I have, of course, since learned that I am not nearly. We're the intelligence arm of the... Think of it this way. All you really need to know, our main priority is the safety and security of the citizens we keep an eye on. No need to thank me. It's an... All you really need to know, our main priority, we keep an eye. You get used to it after a while. And it makes the occasions where you pass all the more meaningful.
懂呆了。
就触发 FSR 机制了。
看到一个错字，懂呆了。改一下哈。 Okay. Good.
Ah, right. You're Sergeant Yumi's recruit. You're taller than I expected. Statistical average, psychological tendencies, a sergeant's need to tower over his subordinates. But really, it was just a joke. I meant nothing by it. In any case, let me fill you in. We have a dead drop that we think has been compromised. So I'd like someone from UC Security to handle the pickup instead. Take the package back to Sergeant Yumi, and he'll check it in as evidence before it gets routed back to Aegis. We think non-UC affiliated groups have their eye on it, and are using it to identify field agents. Normally, we just burn the location, but we didn't get this intel until after the drop. So we're going to need non-Aegis personnel to do the pickup to cover our tracks.
我也比较喜欢窗口化，我喜欢切视窗看东西的时候，还要在那边等那个几秒。
Well, I told the sergeant that anyone hired for this job should get my stamp of approval first. Nothing personal. It's just this sort of work isn't part of your normal detail. Take the NAT to the spaceport. There should be a Galbank ATM right next to the station. The package is taped under one of the benches. Grab it and deliver it to Sergeant Yumi and the job's done. You really should know better than to ask for classified intel. What is this, your first day on the job? Don't worry, I'm just giving you a hard time. I still can't tell you what's in the package, though. Good luck with the mission.
Okay. 机器人很碍眼。
actions 下划线我不要窗口化，我等6号玩 XSX 版 WWW。
怎么不玩 PC 版？就是要去商业区买咖啡，墙上添整座成功。下雨耶。PC 版才有 mod 玩啊，怎么不玩 PC 版？
I think I might send my Trident for ASTRO A50. It's much more functional.
Sounds like a bad idea to me.
actions 下划线我的 PC 配置差，2060这游戏进程30帧。
没办法打开。觉得字节会很难读啊，都要换个字。 换个字体看看，换个粗一点、大一点的。这个是原体，在之后读取。 就比较大一点。
That sounds great.
How's the investigation going? Nicely done. It's really hard to find good help these days. That being said, my luck seems to be turning around. We've gotten a lot of new personnel as of late, not just you. Who knew all I had to do was put up a sign? As am I. And the best part is, since you're all part-timers, there's no paperwork. Anyway, here's your payment. And if I have any more work for you, I'll let you know.
真快。
Ah, if it isn't my favorite part-time security officer. Cat got your tongue? Look, if you want to do this later, we can. You're saying? Cat got your tongue? You're saying? Look, if you want to do this later, we can.
Yeah. 老婆煮了馄饨面给我吃，太爽了。
I've got nothing at the moment, but come back later, and I might have something for you.
Didn't really cut.
Look, if you want to do this later, we can. It's a lot of work, as always. People like to say, New Atlantis is the safest city in the 7 systems. How hard could your job be? Well, safety doesn't happen by accident. It takes a lot of work and a lot of people. Let me know if you have any questions.
突然的雨，正三角，有，哇。
All the time. Mast finally sent someone down there, but nothing's changed.
变不足，原来听人家讲话会那个哦。
Keep your nose clean. Last thing I want is to charge you for a DP, an A and B, B&E, or heaven forbid, an MS. But at least then we wouldn't have to worry about a VOP, all right?
So instead of starting a new life, free of...
它有效果，靠北。
Best in the settled systems. Expensive as hell.
Check.
是这个。
Rifle? Already stowed. Having a good one? Ship and generator? Waiting in the car.
I'm pleased to report that our stocks are currently being maintained at 90% or higher. I'm sure we have anything you might need. Welcome to UC Distribution. Now, before you say a word, I am required to inform you that formal complaints cannot be filed until the customer feedback system is back online. I have been told it'll be up and running in 2 weeks, but you know how these things are. I am sorry for any potential inconvenience. Also, if you're here about a corporate account, I've been assured that deliveries will be back on schedule soon. Yes, of course. Please, take a look.
突然想到，买咖啡吗？
You mean besides providing a pleasant face for customers to interact with? It's all in the name. We distribute materials and products all around the United Colonies. Never a dull moment. Always something going on, and 4 other things we need to be ready for. I know some people don't believe it, but we really do the best we can. Wouldn't still be working here if I didn't care. Back to it then.
By the way, Sergeant Yumi was looking for you. Lots of computer expertise in your file, along with smiley faces. UC security doesn't appreciate being hacked, okay? Ever wonder? Keep it moving. Be careful if you run into the... I used to be an actuary. Now look at me.
嗯 Service with a smile. That's the easy way.
都12点。我会稍微顿下。
How can I help you enhance yourself today? Hi, welcome to Enhance. Thanks so much for stopping in today. I'm sure my staff and I can accommodate your every need. If you're here to try something new or on a whim. Or to replicate a look you've seen and loved elsewhere, or just want to love your reflection in the mirror a little bit. All our services in the... Oh my God. You just took me a little bit off guard. I may have lost the data containing the... like payment, information, procedures done, age, birthdays. Oh no, who am I kidding? This is so bad. Because I sense a kind of aura around you, an air of nobility. Also, it all just spilled out.
不过这只是 Google 的那个思源体啊。Google 的思源体其实就很不错了。我之前513也是有做这个思源体的梦。
Oh, come on. Don't be like that. Please. Yes. Thank you. And
我今天点咖啡，我刚好可以去买咖啡。
As well as Whetstone, I also stopped by the Valberg building recently. Thank you for doing this. You're a lifesaver. Please, come back as soon as you have the slate. Oh, and don't read anything on it. Oh, yes, of course. Enhance's proprietary register. There is a reason we've been the number... Well, I'm not at liberty to disclose any... But, gosh, it could be anything, really. Something simple or a total reconstruction. Come back any. All of our service, Enhance will be here.
贵，现在才几千块。现在缺 GPT 帮我搞。
iCUE 下划线猎魔人的原版繁体字体有点糊。
好。入周期表第一个
Meta Actions 下划线 Switch 版。
夜魔人原版繁体，它是用新细明体啊，就是很鸡掰的吧？电影还标卡我忘了，反正就很烂的，很不适合游戏的。
Meta Actions 下划线对的。
然后靠 mod 来解。
Triana 新细明体 YYDS。
那叫。哪里？哦。
Meta Actions 下划线简体版还行，看住不是很累。
How can I help you be the best? If you'd ever like to make a change.
所以那个咖啡在哪里？
Don't be nervous. You got this.
Welcome to Infinity L. We don't get very many. Unfortunately, I'm not.
Infinity is huge.
The United Colonies Vanguard program recently celebrated its 15-year anniversary.
这里吧。
Traffic is good. The sales.
Thanks for choosing Terra Brew. What can I get you? Corporate policy requires me to state that everything Terra Brew offers is my favorite.
不都这样。是我要的。每个都有。 就这样，应该是要找物品的，真的。
Install opened.
Certainly. Please take your time.
No.
Times change, but one thing's constant. People need coffee.
I need to report back, but this is very Inca. There's no Terra Brew back home.
Enjoy Terra Brew.
Maybe that needs to change.
Can I help you with something, my friend? Ah, the usual things, I suppose. Fame, fortune, power. I'm only joking, of course. I've actually been fortunate to call New Atlantis home for many years. For a collector, like myself, I do believe there's no better place in all the settle. I've been charmed to make the acquaintance of many fellow old Me? Why, to be frank, I don't do much. Not anymore, at least. And that suits me just fine. I now live to collect artifacts from Earth. You see, people laugh at me when they see I collect old Earth spoons. But think about it, friend.
打个东西，待会过来。
Ah, yes. A great mind must always take a few moments to choose the proper words. I too get a bit shy from time to time. From one great thinker to another. Think on, but perhaps a bit faster. I suppose it's as they say. Patience is a virtue. From one great thinker to another. Think on, but perhaps a bit faster.
他会靠北我，哪个东西他在那边靠北我？ 通，还有别的地方。
Excuse me, I'm meeting with a client.
Every
If
time
you
I've
want
come
a
here, there's a
coffee.
line for coffee.
Civilian merchant vessels they claim have violated some.
Wish that bartender at the viewport would stop complaining to security.
You know what
I don't know
it
what
was?
everything good?
That your shit.
We're
what?
here to help.
Yeah? Hello. Kill for a cup of coffee right about now.
多人不哭哦。
Captain, consultation will be waiting. At the launch.
I'm so excited to see Tony after work. Oh, thank you so much. Soon I'll be coursing with bountiful energy. I'll be the most enthusiastic janitor in New Atlantis. Here, take this. I found it while I was cleaning. I figured you might find a use for it. Thanks again. I really appreciate it.
说什么？苹果块？不是你打扫都捡了一个零食给我，那就去买给你，你用捡的给我。
I've heard some xeno predators can mimic other animals.
Demand in the settled systems. After an astounding 5th year
I'm sorry, I really can't afford to be distracted. I need to get to the bottom of this. Yes, concerned is an understatement. I work for the scientific division of MAST. I've been studying this tree for quite some time, and it appears to be exhibiting some worrying signs. Are you familiar with this particular specimen? Do you understand its importance? Look, I have a lot of work to do here. If you're just going to gawk, I'd ask that you move on. If you can actually assist me, however, I would appreciate it. I don't normally solicit help from random passersby, but it seems an exception is necessary. Would you be willing to retrieve some additional data for me? Well, thank you. That's unexpected. There's a series of biosensors I've placed in various locations around New Atlantis, all calibrated to gather pertinent information. They've been running for long enough that I think it's time to collect and analyze their findings. If you would bring them to me, that would save time.
.2看我一直跑支线就饱了啦。
Barrett enjoys this establishment. He frequently buys chocolate here, though I have informed him repeatedly it is likely a significant contributing factor to his being overweight.
I think I could live on coffee if I had to. Fine, I guess. Do we know each other? Wait. Are you flirting with me? Oh. Look, I'm really flattered, but I'm gonna have to ask you to stop. I already have a girlfriend. You seem great, though. I'm sure you'll find someone. Catch you later, yeah? Yeah, sure. Her name's Donna. She works at the NAT station near Mast. Oh, boy, is she a catch. She's passionate, beautiful, friendly. I really lucked out. We met a couple of years ago, and we've been going steady since then. I'm actually thinking about asking her to marry me pretty soon. Keep that between us, okay? I don't want her finding out before I pop the question. What, at Terra Brew? I wish. Nah, I live at Athena Tower. Just moved in, actually. My girlfriend and I got a place there a few weeks ago. I'm not sure how long we'll be there, though. We're saving up to... I sure hope your day's going as well as mine is.
If it belongs on your ship, then I'm sure we have it for sale. Hi there! Thanks for stopping in. Feel free to look around. I can take care of transactions, and if you've got questions, just ask. Oh, please, take a look.
哎，不是，我没有买，靠背哦，为什么右键就买了？等一下，诶，哇！
Thanks. It's hard work, but it all pays. And I can't take all the credit. If it weren't for him, I don't know. Appreciate the business. Hope you're finding everything you need. Thanks for coming in.
I am not a stock boy. I am the owner. I am busy right now. If you need something, why don't you talk to Emoli? She'll take care of you.
There's a bit more in the back if you're not seeing something on this.
Excuse me.
Hey there. Always nice to see a new face. First time in New Atlantis? Oh yeah? And yet here we are, only just meeting for the first time. Tell you what, as a hometown girl, I'll give you one on the house. Let me know if there's anything I can get you. Yep. Spaceport traffic keeps me pretty busy. But just between you and me, I've got something in the works that'll change everything. A new drink that'll make this place famous. Galaxy-wide. You would love it, I guarantee. Only, I can't make you one right now. Don't have the ingredients. I made a deal with a hauler to bring me some small samples of an ingredient I think will make all the difference. But it never showed up. Turns out the guy I hired was also hired by a few other folks. The kind of folks who ship less than legal cargo. Security got wind, and the whole lot was impounded. Now they're just sitting on it, taking their sweet time like they always do. It's killing me. I submitted all the paperwork, believe me. It won't amount to anything, but I did it. And really, I'm not even certain this is what I need to finish the recipe. I think it is. I need to get my hands on that cargo. I really do. It's gonna keep me awake nights if I don't try. Before we say anything else, I am in no way asking you to do anything that might violate any of the many, many laws in place here in New Atlantis or the larger United Colonies. This is just one friend talking to another friend, asking if maybe that friend could possibly find a way to get her important cargo out of the impound. And if, hypothetically, that were done and you, with me on this?
What?
Come on, no. I'm already uncomfortable with this whole thing. Don't go making jokes like that. Seriously, can you help me with this or not? God, you have no idea what a relief this is. I'm obviously not expecting you or anyone to go in guns blazing and taking hostages or something. I just figure there has to be a way to get what I need. I know a few things, but not much. The cargo is being held down at the spaceport, not in the security office. Still, they use the same access cards. If you had one, it'd work. How or why you would have a UC security access card is none of my business, of course. I'm sure I'm better off not knowing. Beyond that, the ship decks over there might also be able to get in. I don't know any of them, or I'd be talking to them instead of you. No offense. Yeah, this is hardly a life or death situation. Some light breaking and entering at worst, right? I'm obviously not expecting you or anyone to go in guns blazing. I'm not worried. Wait, are you saying I should be worried? No, of course not. It'll be fine. I'm obviously not expecting you. Like I said, I submitted the I went and talked to an officer at the office too. Yumi. Sergeant, maybe? He was polite, but unhelpful. I declined to suggest that as their new slogan. New Atlanta Security. Polite, but unhelpful. Truth in advertising, eh? Stop by anytime you'd like to catch up. Hey there. Hope life is treating you well. Bit of a slow news day around here. Ah, well, speaking of news, some folks are convinced David Barron, you know, the SSN anchor, is some sort of Freestar sympathizer. Ridiculous if you ask me. Sure, they ran a couple of stories about a... Anyway, that's the sort of... You know, I had a guy in here last... I'm usually all for letting folks... Anybody stuck living in the well? Well... Bit of it? Ah, well, speaking of news, some folks are convinced David Barron, you know, the SSN anchor, is some sort of Freestar sympathizer. Ridiculous if you ask. Anyway. See you around.
好睡觉，好困。撤退，晚安了各位。不，撤。太压缩。